Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm here with Astrologer to the Stars, Debbie Frank.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit, what is astrology? How does it work
Well,
exactly?
it's very ancient. I mean, it's as old as Ayurvedic medicine.
Okay.
And of course, it's really looking at the cosmos and how that impacts here on planet Earth. With all my clients, I find that it's really very, very meaningful to them. I mean, the real proof is it meaningful in your client's experience? Did they find it meaningful? And they always do. So therefore, it works. Don't just read the chart. I then sort of try and help that person and give them some tools and techniques to take away with them so that they can improve and feel better about whatever that problem was. And then I have my lovely remedies here, my homeopathic remedies. I'm also a homeopath. So this works on a deeper level, and whether it's a physical problem they have or an emotional problem.
Okay. So we've just had Chinese New Year.
Yes.
Can you tell, is it similar in any way to the Chinese?
Well, it is.
horoscopes?
It is different, but same as Indian astrology is different. They're sort of calculation.
Use different methods,
yeah,
or?
there's different measurements. Different
Okay.
measurements. It's a bit like measuring either in centigrade or Fahrenheit. Both works, but it's completely different.
Okay. Tell me, what would you say to skeptics? You must come across them.
I do. Well, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. What I think it's a shame we have almost, in my view, like a tyranny of science. It's like scientists think that their reality is the only reality. So their minds can be very closed. And, you know, I think that it's very, very important to have an open mind and to just try it for yourself. I mean, as they say, well, I have studied the subject and you have not. So come to me and I'll do a chart reading and we'll see.
Yeah. Debbie, can you tell me, what exactly is a horoscope?
Well, a horoscope is a chart that's cast for the time and the place and the date of your birth. So it's very, very specific to you. So most people know their sun sign, but they might not know where their moon is or their Venus or their Mars. So
When you
there's
say
10
the sun
planets.
sign, you mean the Aries, Pisces,
Yes, exactly.
Aquarius, that
yes,
sort
but
of
the
thing, yeah.
planets will all be in one of the 12 signs of the zodiac. So there's 10
Okay.
planets, and then there's a rising sign, the sign that's rising on the east at the time that you were born. So there's a lot of things to consider, and it's all about looking at how those planets get on with each other, where they are placed in the chart.
What you do
Yes.
and your methodology,
Yeah.
how does that differ from what you get in the newspapers and things, those
Yeah.
sort of blanket
Yes,
ones
well,
for everybody?
I was, put my hand up, a media astrologer for 15 years. So I have written for...
Oh, wow. In the UK?
In the UK. So I've written for the Daily Mirror, Sunday Mirror, The Express, The Sun,
Okay.
Hello Magazine, you name it. And I've done
Yeah.
most of them. And, you know, what I think it is, it's a bit like when we get the weather report of the general weather forecast for that day, but it's not going to tell you exactly what's happening to you as you step out of your house. It's not exactly overhead to you, but it's telling you generally what's maybe happening in the southeast, for instance. Okay.
You've got a chart in front of you. I'm a little bit scared and excited in equal measure. It's my chart.
Yes.
You've done one for me. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, well, don't laugh, but there's a little shade of Princess Diana here, who was my client.
Yeah.
Because she was a Cancer with the moon in Aquarius, and you're in Aquarius, and you've got Cancer rising. So there's something a little bit similar there. There's a slight resonance. But, you know, what I mean with this is the energy that you carry in you is quite different. So Aquarians are skeptical. And they're very rational and they're very detached, and you know they'll probably go, "This is rubbish," and you know, right, you know, because you don't want to be seen as somebody who just sort of buys into you know, being sold into someone else's mindset, because Aquarians are very liberated, free thinkers, and basically quite rational.
Okay.
But you do have Cancer rising, so you're very sensitive actually, and you're quite a softie, really. You do have that.
I do cry at a good film.
Yeah. And there's also with you have the moon in Sagittarius, which is the traveller. It's always a global person.
Okay.
Somebody who wants to be away, usually from their country of origin. And the moon is very close to this planet Uranus, which makes it even more like that. So it's a bit of a sort of absolute determination to kind of break the mold in a way, and to do things differently and to do it your way. But it could mean that over the course of your life, there are breaks that you initiate. It's like, oh, I finished with that. You get restless. You get bored. It's like it has to be an adventure. You're on a permanent adventure. I mean, you're somebody who's searching all the time. I don't know what you're searching for. It's always new, but you know,
Neither do
you're
I.
on a voyage of discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to have something new and stimulating all the time.
Yeah, I'd agree
And
with
yet
that.
there's that conflict with that part of you that's sensitive and does get attached, and then you probably say, oh well, that's ridiculous, I can't be so attached, I have to leave now. You know,
Yeah.
even though you've got quite comfortable somewhere, you sort of think it's time to go. Yeah, so it is time to go because you've got Uranus up in your midheaven, and this only happens once every 84 years. So
Okay.
this is actually about your career. This is about, well, more than just career. It's, again, soul purpose. Why are you here? What is this about? So you're at this time
Right
in your
now?
life, now, this year.
Okay.
And this month of February is the final month of this being exactly here for you. And by the end of this month, there's this sort of point of no return. I mean, maybe something exciting will come in. It will be something you didn't think of. Maybe something out of left field, and you'll think, wow, yeah, that's it. That's the thing. So you could make a snap decision. And it's like all change,
Yeah.
but it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
exciting.
This is scary. So Debbie, thank you very, very much. That was interesting, scary, and
too
exciting.
scary, I hope.
Not too scary at all, but worryingly accurate.
Good.
Yeah. So thank you
Hey.
again very much, and
My pleasure.
it's been fun.
Good to meet you.
You too. It was interesting, really interesting. I went into it. I'm not going to say I was completely convinced from the start, a little bit sceptical, but she said some really interesting things, really profound things, and things that really resonated as well, you know, things that made a lot of sense. There were a few things where she got specific, and she was absolutely dead on, absolutely spot on right things. And not just about me as well, but about other people in my life as well, who she hasn't even met, but she's describing the relationships based on their birthday and saying, okay, so when were they born, when were you born, and looking at the relationships between us, and yeah, really accurate. I definitely would. I'd advise people, even if you're sceptical, you should go and just see her and just hear what she's got to say, because whatever science is based on, the movement of the planets and where the planets are at certain times and how it affects your life, regardless of whether or not you believe it, that dialogue that you have is a great source of introspection for you, and you really think about life. And I'm genuinely, I'm not converted to you know, I'm not going to start doing this on a regular basis, but what she's told me, I will definitely integrate into my life in the near future.